For good contact, you want the tip to match the diameter of the wire. To load the wire, mount the roll so the wire comes off relatively straight through a guide that keeps it centered in the groove on the drive rolls and into a steel liner inside the gun assembly. Before you close the drive rolls, make sure the wire is centered on the groove, then tighten just enough to keep the wire from slipping. Flux cord wires, which are relatively soft, can be deformed if the drive rolls are over-tightened. With the spool loaded, lower the hood, turn the machine on, straighten the lead up a little and pull the trigger. There is a very close tolerance between the opening in the contact tip and the wire diameter. You may want the contact tip removed until the wire is all the way through, then reinstall it and you're ready to weld. Now, part of wire feed welding is maintaining the equipment to keep the wire feeding smoothly. It is very difficult to make a good weld when the wire is coming out in spurts, so let's look at a few things you need to pay attention to. Even though the wire looks clean, it does cause dust from the shop to gum up the liner. Installing a wiper with solvent made especially for welding wire helps keep everything operating smoothly. During the weld, small bits of hot metal called weld spatter fly out of the molten puddle. Depending on how clean the metal is and the position of the weld, globs of spatter may stick to the end of the contact tip. Occasionally, check the tip and scrape off any buildup. The wire can also burn back and stick at the tip, so it's a good idea to keep a few extra contact tips on hand. Wire feed machines are well built, and in most cases, feeding problems are not equipment failure, but rather some kind of contamination, either dust from the shop or weld spatter. Take the time to keep the machine clean and the wire feeding smoothly. Since the 1980s, when self-shielded flux cord became popular, new wire